We'll continue our lesson on pad and pockets, and a few more things I have added here. Application of draft command we learn a little bit, and now we will extend for variable angle how we do it, and then we insert another body and assigning properties to the object. These three things we learn in this class. Now I will open AutoCAD. This is what the previous lesson we have seen. The bar is taken, and now draft. We knew how we did it. By angle, we selected the face which we have to draft, and we selected the neutral plane or the surface from where we have to draft. Angle is here, and we clicked it. It is drafted. This is how we did. And similarly, we added, if we want, we can another face with reference to the same plane. Add like this. 5 degree, it is drafted. So it is having angle in both faces. See, I will show you. See, like this also, from the side view also, you can see this. So 2 drafts we can, similarly we can give all the 4 sides, we can give an angle. Okay. Now here the draft is equal amount is applied on all the faces. Suppose we want to remove, we can remove like this. And suppose we want to change the draft angle, we can change it here. I have shown you that 10 or 6 it is changed. And if you want to give a different angle for the other side, you can select same thing and we can change the angle 3 degree. Sorry. This side we want to draft, and reference plane, neutral plane, we can say this, we click it here. This is angle is 6 degree, we can change it to 1 degree or 5 degree, whatever it may be. So this is drafted. Here the angle is different. You can see this. This is angled 1 degree, the other one is angled 5 degree. So different face, we can have different angle. Then you have to create different drafts command. Okay. Now I will remove it. Now here this is constant draft. This is variable draft. We'll see what we can do here. You can select as is, and suppose we want to draft this side, we'll say select this, and reference plane we can say this, and it gives here, you can see it shows 2 angles on both sides. Suppose we want to have in the earlier one constant angle, here we can have different angles. The top edge will be having certain angle with this, and bottom edge will have different angle for this. The figure, this face is twisted. Click on this. If this, say we give 3. Now this is 3, and this is 1. You want to change it? You can change it to 7. Both will have different angle. See how it looks. So this face will have, same face will have 2 angles, separate angles on each side. Okay, this is how I'll show you once again. On side view we can see this, top view. So we'll show from the top these 2 views. Both will have different angles. Side view you can see. So then this will have some different angle, the other one will have different angle. So the face is twisted. So with respect to this face, this edge will have some other angle. Say this edge will have, with respect to this face, this is inclination is 1 degree or 3 degrees, and this will have 7 degrees. So this incline like this proceeds tapering to 7 degree like this. This proceeds 3 degree like this. At the edge, at this end, it will be twisted. So this is how we can give different angles. Let us know about these things. And I will draw once again. I need to select this. This is called pulling direction. The angle, this is another way of drafting. So pulling direction is in this direction. You want to draft it in this direction. Suppose you want to select a face, this face. And then reference, we have to say this. This, we remove it. And reference, we can take this. See, this is this direction, it is 7 degree. Here, both will have equal angle. In the earlier variable one, top will have one angle, bottom will have another angle. This is how we can use the draft command. Now we will learn all these things. Flanges up to here, and inserting another body or a part, assigning the property to the object. So we will learn about this. Assigning properties to the object. Properties, the material property. The product should be made out of which material. So for that, what we have to do is, suppose this is a body, this is a rectangular bar. Suppose I will call it as bar. Let us see. This is made out of some material. In AutoCAD, the material property assigning is very simple. And you click on apply material here. This is a tool bar at the bottom. And of course, tools can be here, various things. These things you have to select, all these things. Then only you can see these toolbars. Okay? View and all you have to select these toolbars. Here, this is the material property. This is material property, this one. You click on this. You get a screen library is already located in the Catia file. And you click on this. Here there are various materials, construction materials, that is concrete, brick, etc. Fabrics, some different type of material. This is metal, aluminum, brass, bronze, so many things are there. Other material, amber, and so many things. Painting, aluminum, grey paint, what type of paint you want to apply. Shape, a different shape material. Stone, different types of stone is there, blue, and so many stone. Wood, different type of wood is also there. So different material properties can be assigned. Now, for example, this bar, make it out of steel. Then we have to assign steel property. Click on this and then apply property. Click here and you see here steel is assigned. So this bar is now made of steel and it has its own property. So here you click and we can find the property, material mass property. See here it gives this bar 47.21 kg, volume is so much, and surface area is so much, density is so much, and moment of inertia, everything will be given, and XY axis is referred to this XY Z axis, these things. Suppose you just watch here, property will be seen here, total property you can see here only. Here it is the property of this bar is shown here. See, it is 44.213 kg now, you watch, because this is 500 mm and 50 and 100. Now suppose I change the dimensions, I make it 100. Its property will automatically get changed. See, it is 8.4 kg. So that's how the properties calculation will be done by the Catia by itself. Once you change the material size, dimension of the part body, it automatically gets changed. This is how we can. Also, when you want to remove property, you can delete, or if you want to change the property, click on this. Wait. So, click here once again. This property you want to change, click here, you make it aluminum. Apply. It has become aluminum. Okay, like this. Copper, apply, becomes copper. Accordingly, density, everything will get changed. So if you see the density and everything, it is get changed here. 50. With steel it was something, and now with copper is heavier, its properties change. You want to delete the property, just delete this. So here, this property what I added here, bar, it is applicable to only this. There may be other components, I will show you later on. Suppose you apply property to this, highlight this and apply property here. So metal. See, it comes here. That means it is the property is applicable to all the parts, including bar, and if we have some more parts, it is applicable to that. I will show you that later on. Now you see, double click, it goes up, click, double click, it comes, the toolbar will come. Okay. See here, same 44.21 kg, because there is only one part here. This is how we can assign the property for an individual part. Suppose the material are made out of different material. If there are different parts and made out of different material, then we have to apply property for individual. Now I will delete the property, and now we will go further. What we have to learn about, let us see. Inserting another body. Suppose this is a bar, and you want to have another bottom plate also to that. This, and plate is welded to this. That means it is a different part, but it is in the same Catia part, this same part, but totally is a fabricated system. It is not an assembly, it is a complete system. A plate is welded to the bar. It is one single part, and it is made out of plate and a bar. But it is not the assembly, it is a welded item. So in such cases, what we have to do is, this is one, this is bar, and we have to insert another body. Click on insert, click on insert, click on body, body insert, geometrical, whatever it may be, but first you can select different things. You can click on body and select here. See here, this is another body, another part. That is one complete part in another portion of the part. So this we'll say, this we have called it as flange. You call it as plate. COLUMN, column plate, let us call. Okay, this column plate. Now, here there are things we have to learn now. Here, is select this, press right button, a menu screen, pop-up screen appear, and here there are things, refresh on, hide, properties, open tree, and here is defined in work object. So this is important. When you have different bodies, you have to define this, on which body you are working. Copy, paste stuff. So if you click it here, this is underlined, that is working on this body. That is, we are modifying this bar. No, we are not doing that, but we want to draw a column. Then you have to click on this, define on this. So once you select a body, by default it will select that one as a workbench. That is called, we can call it a work object. Define a work object. It select that as a work object. But normally when we close the drawing, once again start, we have to ensure that on which part you want to work and select that by right clicking the mouse on the highlighting the part where you want to work and then select this, select it. Now we are working on column plane. Suppose you want to work on bar plane, you have to like this, okay? Now I will select here. Now I want to make a plate to this end, a welded plate. Once again you select this, X, Y, Z plane, this is Y, Z plane, see Y. The plane, this, say the axis, X is the axis, this direction. So Y, Z means Y, Z, this is the plane, this is the plane. This plane is parallel to this and this is the plane and this is the plane. Select this, go to sketcher bench. You have to always make sketches before making any 3D drawing. You have to make sketches or making any 3D objects, sketches. Just sketches are like making 2D drawings. Just you do it on AutoCAD to draw it. So you want to make a flange. We can draw the flange. Just you draw a rectangle like this. You decide how the flanges to be laid out. If it is to be concentric, you have to give equal distances from here, 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 all the faces, and length of the flange also. You have to decide. So suppose we want to have an equal distance, let us say. Then what we have to do is, from here, it has to be equal distance in this portion. Click here, and then click here, click here. So the distance is, suppose we make it as, let us say 30. 30. And now this side, once again click, select here. From here, you decide how much you want. Suppose you want, this is also 30. For symmetry, I will make all 30. Okay. Suppose you want this distance from here, what you want to decide. Suppose you want to make it 40. Symmetrical in one direction, so we will make it 40. Let us 40. And similarly, this from here to here, it is. Suppose we want to select. This is also 40. Okay. Now the sketch is constrained. If you want to assign a length for this, see the color will change, showing it is constrained. Okay. This color codification we have selected in the option. I will show you where we have selected these things, just for your information. Here we have selected these properties. Color and this color, selected element color, orange you get, selected edges you get right there, and pre-selected elements, what you select to draw the line or dimension assignment, you will get this type. And green color is constraint handles, and surface boundaries, this is a boundary, that is also green. Like that here you have selected. You can change this color to anything, and accordingly these colors are also get changed. Now we have selected the sketch rectangle 40 from here. Okay. Now we will come out of the sketcher plane to the 3D plane. 3D plane. Now we have the plane we have selected. It is in the sketch. This figure is in the YZ plane. That means in this plane. So the offset from here to here is 0. That is, it is in the same plane. Okay, it is in the same plane. It is not offset, it is in the same plane and parallel to it. It lies in this sketch, lies on this plane. I will show you. So what we have to do from this plane, it can project out or project in, zoom out or zoom in. If you project in, it cuts this object, or project out, it is welded to this from this face. So we can do whatever way we want. But when you do this, then you have to cut this at the center into place, and this piece should be concentrically cut, and then we'll get to it. Okay. So what we do is we'll make a pad command we are using for this. Select this, apply pad command. This project in the opposite direction. It is true, and make it 6. The plate is 6 plate. This is the plate. Actually, see, this is a column plate. Okay. Now I was telling you about the property assignment. Suppose we highlight this housing and assign the property here. The property is applicable to both this and this. Both the property is applied. So that means both are made out of steel. Suppose we don't want that. Let us say we don't want this. We want to make it out of steel, and this we want to make it out of some other material bolted to it. For this we want to make it out of steel. Then what we have to do is we have removed the steel. Click properties and read. See, this is highlighted. Select this and select here. Okay. And then, suppose this you want to make it out of some other material. Define this work object. And now select this work object. That is you have to define and apply property here. Here you can apply a different property. Say you want to make it out of, so just for our purposes, we'll say aluminum plate. Click here. So, aluminum, this column plate is aluminum, and steel plate is steel. This is steel. This is steel, and this is aluminum, like this. But here, if you go the mass property, it will show you 44.21. That is, it only shows the mass of this body. And this is not shown. This we have to, I will tell you in later class. This you can't see any property here. Mass property, you cannot see it. I will tell you how to see that, get the values of mass and other things from there. Or you can combine, add command, you can combine together, get it. We'll come to that in the next class. So this is how we can assign property for different object. Now at time being, I will remove both. Aluminum. Here also I will read. Now we don't need those things, so I have deleted. Now suppose these two are two different parts, two different. One is a plate, another is a column. Those are welded together. Okay. So suppose you want to make a hole in this, and you have selected column plate, and suppose you want to make a select plate. If you draw it, okay, if you make a hole and come out, you make a hole pocket command. Here, just see pocket command is applicable to this only. It has been only this is pocketed. This is hold. And even if you want to make a hole, if you want to see the hole here, reverse the direction and then hold it full length. 500 mm. It shows pocket operation is performed. That if plate is extended here, then hole you can see. Here, the property is not applicable. There is no hole here. Hole is not made in this bar. Because you have selected column as a workbench, hole is not made there. Suppose I will hide this and show you. There is no hole here. Okay? So, but you can convert it into to make it a hole here. What you have to do is, sketch may be here, but you delete this if you want to make this hole to be inside this bar, let the sketch be there. What you can do, you select this as a workbench. Okay. Now you can pocket command you apply. Now you can see hole in the bracket. Need to edit the sketch. Say some sketch in some frequencies. See, it is hole is made and sketch may be edited. Oh, this sketch we have selected of this, so these things we have selected, no, that's why it shows it need to be edited. So hole is made already, okay? I will remove that. Because this changes property, this we have selected to make this sketch. We have selected these lines. That's why it asks need to edit this sketch. Okay, suppose I want to make, I have selected here workbench, I have selected work object, we have selected there, and we want to mark a pocket here. Pocket it. Select the sketch. Done. But this shows sketch, need to edit the sketch. Edit sketch. Only thing is you have to remove these things from here because we assigned the dimension, so we have to do it. And redo the dimension. Once again you can close this. It will become. You want to dimension it, once again you have to, from here you want to give dimension, what you have to do, from here, click this, click this, click this. Like this you have to give dimension. Okay, if you want with respect to that. Or if you want to give dimension with respect to axis, click here, give dimension like this. And then you have to calculate the length also, you have to find out how much it is. Like this you can give and you can assign. But all the time you have to make the sketch to be constrained because it will be disturbed otherwise. Okay? You should remember it should always be constrained. So I will give you dimension to this also. Now it is constrained. All green things will appear, so it is constrained totally. So this is how we can create a separate part. Now suppose we want to have a top plate. That you want to make it out of a different material. Then you create another body. Okay. Another body. Select this as workbench. And now you can say this is plate, top plate we will assign now. This is a property scale, we have to assign the feature name and all that. And then you can select here. It is to be in this plane. Select here, click here. Okay. Then you can, if you want to see the inner sketch to give the dimension plate, you want to fix it exactly to this size. What you have to do is, as usual, you have to select, you take a 3D point projection, 3D point projection, now you can draw the sketch. So you have to click this because it is a drawing line. It is not a construction line. Like this. See, this how I selected this, it's here. See, this is wireframe, it shows wireframe only edges. This is shading, this is shading with edges, this is shading with edges without smooth edge, and this is shading with edges, and this is shading with only. Click this, it appears. Okay, now you click it. The sketch is drawn in the same YZ plane, but what we have to do is, we have to make a plate here on this face. You want to cover it. So from here you want dimension, say 6 mm from here projecting out. So what we have to do is use the pad command, reverse. You know this distance is 500. You want it to be 6 mm thick plate. Make it 6. It will project up to 6. But we want to remove that projection. Okay. What we have to do is like this, and then you minus it. This is a curve. And you can hide any of the things. Once again, you can assign a different property if you want. Click on this and assign the property. You can assign whatever property you need, you can assign. Aluminum, aluminum. So each will have different. This you can have removed the properties assignment here. We can assign some other property for this. It is some other material and select here like that. Okay. Suppose you select property here, then the whole material, the whole thing, including the top plate, bar, column plate, everything is of steel. Okay. This is how we can use the different parts can be made the same time. And we also can assign different color, graphic colors we can assign here. You want graphic color, something different, you can assign like this. See, this is one color. And this you want to assign some other color, click on this. Click here, graphic screen up here. You can assign some other color. Like this. This plate, also you can assign some other color. Like this. Okay, like this different colors you can assign. And one more thing I want to add is how it become. We can make the whole thing transparent. I will undo things. Undo we can do like this. Suppose you want to make this transparent. Click on this pop-up menu, properties, take, and here transparency. That is inside you want to see. If it is hollow, you can see inside. But anyway, let's show you how we can full transparent. See. You can see a hole is drilled here. Hole is also shown. And this is particularly useful when you do hydraulic manifolds. You want holes to be seen inside. In hydraulic manifold used in hydraulic machines. So holes you can see inside. This is how we can make it transparent. We can make whatever parts are there, you can make differently. This is also we can transparent. This is also transparent. And it shows joining point, everything will be shown here. And this also we can transparent. Like that, everything you can make it transparent if you want. This is required when you want to see inside portions or assembly, checking the assemblies and other things. This is how we can create flange cover and different bodies can be added here. So I think here I will end this class.